Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Unreal English. I'm Alex.
And I'm Sarah. We're so happy you're here with us today.
On this channel, we help you learn natural, conversational English through real dialogues. If you're new here, welcome. We're so glad you found us.
And if you're a returning viewer, thank you for your continued support. You're the reason we keep creating these videos.
Before we start today's conversation, please hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss our new content.
And if you find this video helpful, please give us a thumbs up. It's a small action that makes a huge difference in helping us reach more English learners.
Absolutely. Today, we're going to tackle one of the trickiest parts of English grammar. We're discussing irregular verbs.
This is such an important topic because irregular verbs don't follow the normal rules. You can't just add ed to make the past tense. You have to memorize each one.
Exactly. And these verbs are some of the most common in English, so you use them constantly in everyday conversation.
So today, we're going to have a conversation using lots of irregular verbs naturally, and then we'll explain the patterns and help you learn them.
So Sarah, I have to tell you about my weekend. I went to the beach with some friends, and we had the most amazing time.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. I bet you swam in the ocean too.
We did. The water was perfect. We also ate at this incredible seafood restaurant right on the water.
What did you eat? I love seafood.
I ate grilled fish and shrimp. My friend Mike ate lobster. And Sarah, different Sarah, not you, ate crab legs.
That sounds delicious. Did you take any photos?
I took tons of photos. The sunset was spectacular. I've never seen such beautiful colors in the sky.
I love beach sunsets. Did you sleep well that night after being in the sun all day?
I slept like a baby. We were all so tired from swimming and walking on the beach, we woke up late the next morning.
It sounds like the perfect beach weekend. I went to the mountains last weekend.
Really? I didn't know you went away. What did you do there?
We drove up on Friday evening and spent 2 nights in a cabin. I brought my camera and took hundreds of photos.
Did you see any wildlife?
We saw deer, and we thought we saw a bear in the distance, but we weren't sure.
A bear? That must have been exciting. Were you scared?
A little, but we kept our distance. We also went hiking and found this beautiful waterfall.
That sounds amazing. How far did you hike?
We began the hike around 8 a.m. and we came back around 2 p.m., so about 6 hours total.
That's a long hike. I bet you felt tired.
We felt exhausted but happy. The views made it worth it. We sat by the waterfall for an hour just enjoying nature.
I love moments like that. Did you meet anyone interesting on the trail?
We met a couple from Canada who had driven all the way from Toronto. They spoke excellent English, of course, but they also spoke French.
Impressive. Did you speak with them for long?
We spoke for about 20 minutes. They gave us some recommendations for other trails in the area.
That's nice. So you made new friends on your hike.
We did. We even bought them coffee when we got back to town. They were such friendly people.
People you meet while traveling are often the best part of the experience. Speaking of traveling, have you ever been to Europe?
I went to Europe 5 years ago. I saw Paris, Rome, and Barcelona. It was the trip of a lifetime.
What did you see in Paris?
I saw the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, Notre Dame Cathedral. I also rode the metro everywhere because it's so efficient. And I ate so many croissants. I must have eaten one every single day.
That's the right way to experience Paris. Did you drink French wine?
I drink wine almost every evening with dinner. The French really know how to live well.
What about Rome? What did you do there?
I threw a coin in the Trevi Fountain, which means I'll return to Rome someday. I also stood in the Colosseum and felt the history all around me.
That must have been powerful. Did you understand Italian?
I understood a little because I had taught myself some basic phrases before the trip.
You taught yourself? That's impressive.
Just the basics. I knew how to say please, thank you, where is, and how much.
Those are the most important phrases for traveling. What about Barcelona?
Barcelona was incredible. I chose to spend 3 days there, and I wish I had spent more. The architecture alone is worth the trip.
Did you see Gaudi's buildings?
I saw the Sagrada Familia, and it blew my mind. I'd never seen anything like it. I stood there for an hour just staring at it.
I've heard it's incredible. Did you leave Barcelona feeling inspired?
I left feeling like I wanted to see more of Spain. I only spent 3 days there, but Spain has so much more to offer.
You'll have to go back. I know you threw that coin in Rome, but maybe you should have thrown one in Barcelona too.
Maybe I'll make my own tradition. So speaking of travel, where have you been that really stuck with you?
I went to Japan 3 years ago, and I think about it constantly. I fell in love with everything about it.
What made Japan so special?
The culture, the food, the people. I felt completely safe walking around Tokyo at midnight. I saw ancient temples and ultra-modern technology side by side. And I ate the best sushi of my life. I mean, I'd eaten sushi before, but this was on another level.
Did you learn any Japanese before going?
I learned some basic phrases. I wrote them down in a notebook and kept it with me. It really helped.
That's smart. Did people understand when you spoke Japanese? Some understood, some didn't, but they always appreciated that I tried. They forgave my terrible pronunciation.
That's what matters. The effort shows respect. Did you bring back any souvenirs?
I brought back so many things. I bought traditional tea sets, some books, and lots of snacks. I spent way too much money.
That's what credit cards are for. Did you lose anything while traveling?
Actually, I lost my hat on the train one day, but someone found it and gave it to the station attendant. I got it back the next day.
That's amazing. Japan is known for that kind of honesty.
It really is. I also forgot my umbrella at a restaurant once, and when I went back 3 hours later, it was still there waiting for me.
You'd never see that in some places. Did you make any mistakes while traveling in Japan?
Oh, I made so many cultural mistakes. I wore my shoes inside a temple once before someone told me to take them off. I felt so embarrassed.
We all make mistakes like that. The important thing is learning from them. Did you keep a travel journal?
I kept a journal for the first few days, but then I got too busy and I quit writing. I wish I had kept it up.
I did the same thing. I began writing every day, then I became lazy and I gave up.
Travel journals are such a good idea in theory, but in practice, you're often too tired at the end of the day.
Exactly. You spend all day exploring and then you just want to sleep. Not right.
Well, at least we took photos. They help us remember the trips.
That's true. I look back at my photos and I can remember exactly how I felt in that moment.
Speaking of memories, do you remember your first time traveling alone?
I do. I flew to California by myself when I was 20. I felt so nervous and excited at the same time.
What did you do in California?
I drove along the coast from San Francisco to Los Angeles. I saw some of the most beautiful scenery I've ever seen. And I met people from all over the world staying at hostels. Some became good friends that I still keep in touch with.
That's the beauty of solo travel. You meet people you never would have met otherwise.
Exactly. When you're with friends or family, you don't make as much effort to meet new people.
That's true. Did you find traveling alone challenging?
At first, yes. I felt lonely sometimes, especially at dinner, but I grew more confident each day.
That's personal growth right there. Solo travel teaches you a lot about yourself.
It does. I learned that I'm more capable than I thought. I dealt with problems I never would have dealt with if someone else had been there.
Like what?
My car broke down once, and I had to find a mechanic and communicate the problem. I felt proud when I got it fixed.
That's a great accomplishment. You know, this whole conversation has been full of irregular verbs.
You're right. We've been using them naturally this whole time. Should we break down the grammar for our viewers?
Definitely. Let's explain what makes these verbs irregular and how to learn them.
Okay, everyone. Irregular verbs are verbs that don't follow the regular pattern for past tense and past participle.
Right. Regular verbs just add ed to make the past tense. Walk becomes walked. Play becomes played.
But irregular verbs have unique forms that you need to memorize. Go becomes went. Eat becomes ate. See becomes saw.
And unfortunately, some of the most common verbs in English are irregular.
Let's start by looking at the 3 forms of verbs. Every verb has a base form, a past simple form, and a past participle form.
For regular verbs, the past simple and past participle are the same. Walked is both past simple and past participle.
But irregular verbs can have different forms for each. Let's look at some examples from our conversation.
We said, I went to the beach. That's the past simple of go.
And we could say, I have gone to the beach before. That's the past participle with have.
So the 3 forms of go are go, went, gone.
Let's look at more examples. Eat becomes ate in past simple and eaten as past participle.
I ate seafood, past simple. I have eaten seafood before, past participle.
Another one. See becomes saw in past simple and seen as past participle.
I saw the Eiffel Tower, past simple. I have seen the Eiffel Tower, past participle.
Now, here's where it gets tricky. Some irregular verbs have the same form for all three parts.
Like put. The base form is put, past simple is put, and past participle is also put.
I put my bag down, present. I put my bag down yesterday, past. I have put my bag down, past participle.
Other verbs like this include cut, let, set, hurt, cost.
Some irregular verbs have the same past simple and past participle, but different from the base form.
Like buy. The past simple is bought, and past participle is also bought.
In our conversation, we said I bought tea sets. That could be either past simple or past participle with have.
Other verbs with this pattern include bring, brought, teach, taught, catch, caught. And then we have verbs where all three forms are different, like go, went, gone. Other examples, eat, ate, eaten, see, saw, seen, give, gave, given, take, took, taken. These are the hardest to remember because each form is unique. Let's go through the irregular verbs we used in our conversation and identify their three forms. Great idea. Let's start with have. The three forms are have, had. I have a car, present. I had a car, past. I have had this car for years, past participle. Next, do, did, done. I do my homework, present. I did my homework, past. I have done my homework, past participle. Make, made. Same past simple and past participle. Think, thought. Another one with matching past forms. Feel, felt. Sleep, slept. Wake, woken. All three different. Come, came. Notice the base and past participle are the same, but past simple is different.
Begin.
Began, begun. All three different forms. Speak, spoken.
Meet.
Met.
Give.
Gave, given.
Understand.
Understood. Teach, taught.
Buy.
Buy, bought.
Drink.
Drink, drank, drunk.
Drive.
Drive, drove, driven.
Ride.
Ride, rode, ridden.
Throw.
Throw, threw, thrown.
Know.
Know, knew, known.
Choose.
Choose, chose, chosen.
Leave.
Leave, left.
Forget.
Forget, forgot, forgotten.
Lose.
Lose, lost.
Find.
Find, found.
Keep.
Keep, kept.
Stand.
Stand, stood.
Sit.
Sit, sat.
Fall.
Fall, fell, fallen.
Fly.
Fly, flew, flown.
Break.
Break, broke, broken.
Become.
Become, became, become.
Spend.
Spend, spent.
Wow, we used a lot of irregular verbs. Now let's talk about patterns that can help you remember them.
Good idea. While there are no perfect rules for irregular verbs, there are some patterns.
One pattern is the I-A-U pattern for the vowel sound, like sing, sang, sung.
Other examples, ring, rang, rung. Drink, drank, drunk. Swim, swam, swum. Begin, began, begun.
Another pattern is verbs ending in OW that change to EW in past simple.
Like know, knew, known. Grow, grew, grown. Throw, threw, thrown. Blow, blew, blown.
Some verbs change the vowel from EE to E sounds.
Like meet, met. Feed, fed. Feel, felt. Keep, kept.
There's also a pattern where verbs ending in D or T don't change.
Right. Put. Cut. Let. Set.
What about common mistakes? What errors do students make with irregular verbs?
The biggest mistake is treating irregular verbs like regular verbs, saying goed instead of went or eated instead of ate.
That makes sense, because the regular pattern is what students learn first.
Another mistake is confusing past simple with past participle, saying I have went instead of I have gone.
Or I have saw instead of I have seen.
Right. Remember, after have, has, had, you need the past participle form, not the past simple.
Students also sometimes use the wrong irregular form, saying I brang instead of I brought.
Or I sitted instead of I sat.
How can students practice and remember irregular verbs?
Repetition is key. Make flashcards with the 3 forms and practice them regularly.
Group them by pattern. Study the IAU verbs together, then the verbs that don't change, and so on.
Use them in sentences. Don't just memorize lists, use the verbs in context.
Exactly. That's why our conversation approach works well. You hear the verbs used naturally.
Another tip, focus on the most common irregular verbs first. There are about 200 irregular verbs in English, but only about 50 are used regularly.
Those 50 will cover most of your daily conversation needs.
Read books and listen to native speakers. Pay attention to how irregular verbs are used.
And don't be afraid to make mistakes. Even native speakers occasionally mix up irregular verbs.
That's true. Language learning is a process. Be patient with yourself.
Let's do some practice sentences. I'll give a verb in base form, and you create a sentence in past simple.
Okay, give me a verb.
Right.
I wrote a letter to my grandmother yesterday.
Perfect. The past simple of write is wrote. Now give me one.
Bring.
She brought cookies to the party last night.
Excellent. Bring becomes brought. Let's do a few more.
Run.
They ran a marathon last weekend.
Take.
He took his dog to the park this morning.
Where?
I wore my favorite dress to the wedding.
Here.
We heard a strange noise outside.
Great practice. Now let's try past participle with have.
Okay, sing.
She has sung in that choir for 5 years.
Perfect. Sing, sang, sung. Next, drive.
I have driven that route many times.
Swim.
They have swum in that lake every summer since childhood.
Speak.
He has spoken 3 languages since he was a child.
Excellent. I think our viewers are getting the hang of this.
Should we do a quick summary?
Yes, let's review the key points about irregular verbs.
Point 1. Irregular verbs don't follow the regular ed pattern for past tense.
Point 2. Each irregular verb has 3 forms: base, past simple, and past participle.
Point 3. Some irregular verbs have the same form for all 3 parts, like put, put, put.
Point 4. Some have the same past simple and past participle, like buy, bought, bought.
Point 5. Some have all 3 forms different, like go, went, gone.
Point 6. Look for patterns like I, a to help you remember them.
Point 7. The most common verbs in English are irregular, so you need to know them.
Point 8. After have, has, had, always use the past participle form.
Point 9. Practice in context, not just memorizing lists.
Point 10. Be patient. Learning irregular verbs takes time and repetition.
Perfect summary. Now, let's do our vocabulary review.
Let's review 10 useful expressions that commonly use irregular verbs.
Number 1. Have a blast. This means to have a really fun time. We had a blast at the party. Notice have becomes had.
Number 2. Take it easy. This means to relax or not work too hard. You should take it easy this weekend. Take becomes took. I took it easy yesterday.
Number 3. Make up your mind. This means to decide. I can't make up my mind about which movie to see. Past, I made up my mind.
Number 4. Get the hang of it. This means to learn how to do something. I'm getting the hang of playing guitar. Past, I got the hang of it.
Number 5. Come across. This means to find or meet by chance. I came across an old photo yesterday. The past simple is came across.
Number 6. Run into someone. This means to meet someone unexpectedly. I ran into my old teacher at the store. Run becomes ran.
Number 7. Fall for someone. This means to develop romantic feelings. She fell for him immediately. Fall becomes fell.
Number 8. Break the news. This means to tell someone important information. I had to break the news to her gently. Past, I broke the news.
Number 9. Catch up with someone. This means to exchange news and spend time with someone you haven't seen. We caught up over coffee. Catch becomes caught.
Number 10. Stand out. This means to be very noticeable or impressive. His presentation really stood out. Stand becomes stood.
Those are 10 common expressions using irregular verbs that you'll hear all the time.
So everyone, we've covered so much about irregular verbs today.
I hope this showed you that irregular verbs are everywhere in English, and with practice, they become natural.
Now it's your turn to practice. We have a challenge for you.
Here's your challenge. Choose 3 irregular verbs and write 1 sentence with each using the past simple. Share them in the comments.
For example, I went to the store. Go. She ate breakfast at 8 a.m. Eat. They saw a movie last night. See.
We read every comment and we'll let you know if you used the irregular verbs correctly.
Don't forget to hit that like button if this lesson helped you understand irregular verbs better.
And please subscribe to Unreal English and turn on notifications. We post helpful grammar lessons every week.
Share this video with friends learning English. Irregular verbs are challenging for everyone, but they're essential.
Remember, you don't need to memorize all 200 irregular verbs at once. Start with the most common ones and build from there.
Practice them in context, use flashcards, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. That's how you learn.
Keep learning, keep practicing, and we'll see you in the next video.
Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, and remember, we all began somewhere. Practice makes progress.